Hey there everyone, it's Anthony, back with another video here on Single and Placing. Hi, hope you're having a fantastic day, weekday, weekend, week, month, evening, morning, overnight, all of that good stuff. Today, we're out here at the Westminster Hills Open Space on Super Bowl Sunday, which I didn't even know was today until a little while ago. And I was like, oh, perfect. Maybe the dog park won't be as busy. And yeah, it looks like people are starting to clear out. There's probably like 10 cars still parked there, but people are clearing out. So yeah, it's Sunday, and I am recovering from being sick. Still not feeling great. Kind of just hacking up a bunch of stuff and sneezing up a bunch of mucus and stuff, which is fun. So usually that means I'm on the tail end of things, but I'm just very tired. I was lazy all day. Well, that's not true. I got laundry done. Well, I started laundry. It still needs to be finished. Laundry, dishes, vacuuming, some dusting. Took out the trash and the recycling, rolled those out to the curb for pickup tomorrow. So I got I got a decent amount done, but other than that, I've just been like up and down, out of bed, just laying down, and went and got some soup for lunch. Came home, laid down some more, and then I woke up because Apollo was like, hey, it's walk time. And I came downstairs and Joe and Maddie were home. They went up skiing yesterday, stayed the night up there. They came back and they're like, are you going to watch the game? And I was like, what game? And they're like, the Super Bowl. And I was like, oh no, actually I think that's good that that's happening right now, because I'm going to take Apollo out for a walk and hopefully it'll be more quiet at the dog park. So that's what we're doing. I'm going to be coughing, I'm sorry. I'll try to cut it out in editing. But yeah, just kind of, I was talking, well, I had we'll talk about how things have been going this week, but I've just been, when I'm sick, I'm always kind of lethargic and just kind of out of it. So I'm just kind of like floating through space, like, didn't take any Sudafed or any medicine today other than some cough drops. So when I get home, I'll take some stuff and go to bed. Hopefully by tomorrow I'll be better, because I have to be in office tomorrow. But anyway, so life-wise, other than being sick, things are going relatively okay. Work's interesting. A lot of stuff has happened at work. I can't get into like too many details, but some big changes happened at work that are kind of shaking up my role, as well as the other members of the talent team. So we'll see where the dust settles, but it was kind of a turbulent Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And so we'll see what happens tomorrow. It's just kind of a take things as they come situation. I'm not particularly worried, but there's just some stuff going on. So I actually filmed a vlog talking all about it, thinking that what's going on would be public knowledge, but from what I understand, it's not. So I'm not going to post that vlog, because I just can't, or I don't think I can. So speaking of which, hold on just a second. Speaking of which, meant that the memory card only has about an hour left on it. So I just went and deleted some clips. That way we have more time. I doubt I'll be out here that long, but slow and steady wins the race, I think, tonight. Because I'm not moving super fast. I'm just kind of out of it. So I'm just going to go at a pace that I can comfortably breathe with and try to go for as long as I can. That way Apollo gets his exercise. Little butt. So yeah, we did an around the town walk yesterday because I was not feeling it. And the day before I was also not feeling it. But we came out here and did like a full loop. And I was in rough shape. So, yeah. Gotta do it. He needs his exercise. And this is the best way to do it. That way he can run free. So if we go shorter, he's still getting his runs in. But yeah. So anyway, work's interesting, but I'm okay. I think everything will be fine. We'll see. We'll see how things go. Then life stuff. No real life updates since the last time we spoke, other than me being sick. Haven't really done anything. Yeah, I don't think so. I've just been hanging out at home and kind of quarantining myself. And yeah, Dom and Brandon asked if we could do a play date this weekend. I was like, no, I'm in rough shape. And they were like, that's okay. Dom actually just recovered from a week-long cold. Everybody's getting it. And I'm like, yeah, it's going around. Like, I wonder if I picked it up from that networking event I went to on Tuesday. This past Tuesday, those college kids got me sick. And then, yeah, that's about it. MJ and Alex asked me to play Catan on Friday night. I was like, no, I'm not feeling good. They asked me again on Saturday or yesterday. It's like, I'm still not feeling good. I do want to play. I'm not going to go over and get you guys sick. So, yeah, so yesterday afternoon-ish, evening-ish, I did a pop-up live because I got my custom in from Diamond Art Club, and I was just super excited. I was like, I want to start on this thing so bad. And since I finished my Jada Gem Shop custom, I was like, oh, I'll do it. I'll break it open and get going on it. So I filmed the unboxing, which just went up today. Got that edited. And immediately after I filmed it, took it all upstairs and I was like, let's kit this thing up. Let's get going. So I filmed a pop-up live of me kitting it up, and we were on there for, I want to say, a couple hours. And I was doing my best not to sniffle and sneeze, so I had to keep muting myself to blow my nose while I was kitting up and all that. But it was a good time. I was hopped up on cold medicine, so I think I sounded better, and I sounded sick, but I was still able to power through. And then I worked on that kit after the live. I did about a section of that, did a section of my Mystical Dream Diamonds kit, walked Apollo and passed out. It like all hit me. Just the exhaustion. Just all hit me. I was out like a light. And then this morning I woke up and was kind of hanging out in bed, got up, got myself together, and then turned on Mia's live. And it's like, oh, your pop-up live was fun. I'm like, I honestly barely remember that. I was so hopped up on cold medicine. I'm hoping it went okay. I mean, I remember it, but like, I don't remember all the details, and I certainly am like 2.5 hours. I don't remember it being that long. So hopefully I didn't lose my mind, but I'm pretty sure it went okay. So yeah, like I said, today I've just been doing mild chores, and then I get kind of winded and clammy and lightheaded. I was hauling laundry up from the basement, up the 2 floors to my room so I could fold it, and I got up there and I was like, whoa, I gotta lay down. So yeah, but Mia's live was fun today. I took a little nap and woke up, and now we're here. So yeah, we'll see. If I'm still feeling icky and sounding icky, I know I won't be allowed to go into the office, so I probably should text my boss after we're done and be like, hey, I'm certainly turning a corner, but I'm still hacking up stuff. I'm still sneezing, and I know that my coworkers that work with me on Mondays would not be happy if I showed up sounding like this. They'd be like, dude, you're not getting us sick. So I'll probably be working from home tomorrow, which I don't hate, but I do like in-office days. I like a hybrid schedule if the option's there. Now, if I got a position in the future that's 100% remote, fine. And honestly, that would be ideal, especially if I could move. That'd be great, but having in-office days is not the worst thing in the world. I'm a social person. I like face-to-face interaction. Sanctioned and and if I'm into it, then I do want it. So yeah, sometimes not being in office for a super long time, I'm just like, oh. And I work out of my room, and so working in your bedroom and then crafting in there and then sleeping, it's like sometimes I feel like I never leave that room. So that'll be another plus when I move, is to finally have a separate working and crafting space again. Appo, your dad's struggling. Let's turn the light on for the camera. Okay. I also have my headlamp on, should we need it. But yeah, there's a few people still walking around here. Oh. You want to keep going so you can go socialize? Okay. Do you want me to turn your light on? Come here. Hold on. Easy. Let's turn your little light on. Let's see if it still has battery. Yep. I haven't charged that thing in a long time. Oh, my little rainbow light. My little light bright. You can go socialize. I'm not going to stop you. Oh, sorry. Covering the camera. Hold on, everyone. Okay. We got this. We got this. Only a couple more miles. A few more miles. So yeah. So we could talk diamond painting for a little bit, and then I'll do my best to respond to some comments. Oh, what else? What else has been going on? Oh, as far as we can do equipment chat. I went and got a new microphone for the office, or for the sit-down setup. It's from a brand called Shure, Shure, and it's like a professional microphone that is rated really highly for podcasting. It's not the fanciest one that they offer. There's one that a lot of podcasts that I listen to, like super popular ones and really popular YouTubers, they use a particular microphone from the same brand that's like even more upscale than the one I got, but they're like $500 microphones. And they have, I think it's called XLR or something like that, is the output. So you have to have like, like a professional sound, like a professional microphone, like plug, So you have to have the cables for that, and then it goes into an audio mixer, and then the audio mixer gets plugged into your computer. So I not only have to get the expensive microphone, but I'd also have to get like an audio interface to plug it into, which is also $700. And I was like, I'm not ready for all this. It's like, is there a microphone that I could eventually upgrade to doing the XLR? But for now, it's just USB, and this company Shure makes one. It's a couple $100 less, and you can pick. It has a USB-C, but it also has the XLR or whatever it's called. So for now, I'm just doing the USB, but eventually, maybe after taxes are done, and if I get, well, I already know I'm going to get a little bit of a refund, then maybe I'll use that to get the cable and the audio mixer, or the audio interface. But I can still use the same microphone. You can do both. So I liked that option. So I snagged that and started using that on my lives and my my finish and review of the Jada Gem Shop Custom, my unboxing of my Apollo Custom, my DAC Custom. I've been using the new webcam and the new microphone for everything, and I'm very happy with how it all looks and sounds. I think the audio sounds really nice, and I learned that I can, if I'm just filming like an unboxing or something that's just myself, and I want to use the webcam and all that stuff, I don't have to use StreamYard. I can just use QuickTime, and that gives me much cleaner audio, and I don't have the potential audio drop-off of going through StreamYard, because StreamYard relies on the internet. Even if I'm just filming just me and not on live or not having guests, if I just want to record like an unboxing, I was like, I'll use StreamYard for all of that, but it still runs through the internet. So you still get, if the internet's lagging, you get that lag and the audio kind of cuts out. But if I do it all through QuickTime, then it's not using the internet, it's much cleaner. So that's what I've been doing for the past couple of videos. And then live streams are still through StreamYard, but I think those are looking and sounding much better these days. So I think I got it down. Who was it? I think it was Matt was on my live, my pop-up live a couple lives ago where I was like, I got a new mic and I'm all excited. He's like, and he was just joking, but of course it like got in my head. He was like, oh, well, now Anthony's gonna see the lighting and want to change that. I was like, what's wrong with the lighting? Is there something wrong with my lighting? Oh God. It reminded me of, I don't know if anyone's ever watched Daria, but there's an episode of Daria where Daria and Jane are filming a documentary about Quinn, which is Daria's sister, and they're at the mall, and they're at like the makeup counter, and they're like looking at makeup or foundation or something, and they're filming her at the makeup counter, and she's with her friends, like all of her popular girlfriends, and they're like, oh, Quinn, that makeup looks so good on you, or whatever, this looks so good on you, you can barely see your pores. And she's like, my pores? You can see my pores? And then they like zoom in. Jane zooms in with the camera and she's like, oh, Quinn's like, oh my God, they're zooming. I don't have pores. My pores are cute. My pores are tiny. Stop recording. That's how I felt. I was like, my lighting's wrong? What's wrong with my lighting? My lighting's perfect. My lighting's fine. So I was like freaking out. Not really, but I was like, there's nothing wrong with my lighting. Then I was like, oh God, there's something wrong with my lighting. So I haven't upgraded it yet. I just don't have the space. I do want to improve my lighting, especially when I'm filming my face, and especially if I'm filming at night, which happens to be pretty often. So I have my overhead ring light that I use to diamond paint with, but it's not quite enough. And so my finish and review of the custom from Jade, I had to go in and edit, and bring the brightness up because it looked a little dim, even with my ring light. So I can do some work with lighting in Final Cut after the fact to clean it up. But when I'm going live, I'd like it to brighten up. So I've already scoped out a couple of softbox lights. They're like those photography lights, you know, the big ones that look like squares, or sometimes they're different shapes, but they're on tripods. So I already have those earmarked to buy. So when I move into my new place, and I have my little filming set up, I can set up actual like professional like photography and videography lighting. They're a little cumbersome, so I'm hoping I can find some minis. And they do make LED ones that are just like an LED like square, like a panel. But I'm gonna have to do some research and see how those compare to like the old school style ones that have the big, you know, plastic box that they're in to diffuse the light. I know nothing about it. But the LED ones look like they're less cumbersome and take up less space. So I don't know, I'm gonna have to do some research. My brother rented one when he filmed his music video, and that thing worked really well, but it was quite big. I don't know if I could manage to have that sitting in the room and have to walk around it and, you know, all that stuff. So we'll see. But for now, I think it looks fine, and I can clean up the majority of issues in post in editing and brighten things up. But yeah, I do want to get something fancier someday soon. And then there's really nothing else I think I can do other than keep upgrading what I have. But I think I'm where I need to be. I'll get that audio mixer and stuff someday too. I just need enough space to have it sitting somewhere. So, it'll be nice when I have my office and craft room and I don't have to tear down the craft table every time. I can just leave it. And so I can get a nice tablecloth for it and just have my audio and all my equipment and stuff just sitting there rather than having to break it down. So, Apo, Apollo. It's starting to get a little windy. I can't believe we're doing this. My legs feel like jello. I'm just like, just kind of hobbling around. When we were out here on Friday, I was also feeling this way. Just sick and coughing and sneezing and nose running. I'm like, I am in a vulnerable position right now. What if someone came up and was like, stick 'em up, give me all your money or whatever. It's like, what would I do? And I'm like, well, I'd probably just start coughing and be like, I have horrible COVID. Come here and search my pockets. I don't have anything, but just beware. You're gonna get real sick coming near me. And then I was like, I have Apollo's leash around me, which has this big metal carabiner on it, and I'm like, I wonder if I should start practicing swinging it over my head and like whipping it so I can smack people in the head with the metal carabiner in self-defense. Like a lasso. Apollo, why aren't you just a lazy dog? Come here. That just wants to sit on the couch and do nothing. I'm just kidding. I like that you're an active boy. So yeah, get home, get him some dinner made, and then probably take another shower. Just anytime I'm sick, I'm just like, just getting in the shower and rinsing off a couple times a day is always just something I like to do, even though it's not very, very good for water consumption, but I don't know, for whatever reason, it makes me feel like I'm just getting the ick off me. Do my evening skincare, and maybe the shower will breathe some life back into me so I feel motivated to edit this video in diamond paint, but I could also see myself just going back to bed, messaging my boss and saying, hey, I'm gonna work from home tomorrow. I think I'm recovering, but still hacking up a bunch of stuff. I don't sound very good, just exhausted. Now, it almost makes me want to just take a sick day, but just with everything going on at work, I kind of can't. So I've just gotta push through. Oh, vey. Oy vey. So yeah, as far as whips go, I now have 5, technically. Garden of Earthly Delights, no progress. Dueling Dragons challenge. I've got Guardian of the Realm and Dragon Spirit. I've gotten one more section done on Guardian of the Realm from Dreamer Designs, And I think that's it since the last time we spoke. And then my MDD kit, Spirit of the Rainbow, I have 3.5 sections done on that, and it is looking so good. The drills are very nice. Now that I've gotten this much done, so that's probably like a 12 by 35 section done. I think I can confidently say that the drills are fantastic. I put them at number 2 behind Diamond Art Club right now. I'm very impressed with how faceted they are, how little trash there is, how little gapping there is, and how uniform all of the drills are, all the same size. And really the only trash I've been dealing with is little bits of resin, but not really any tabs or stuck together drills or anything like that. Very clean. And I think what I'm most impressed by is how good the 310s are, because those are usually the worst. The 310s are, I mean, they're right up there with Diamond Art Club, if not a little bit better maybe than what I experienced with Inner Garden. Granted, Inner Garden's a couple years old, but the 310s on this Mystical Dream Diamonds, minimal trash, super uniform. They just, I don't know, they're just a joy to work with. I'm really loving them. So I'm super impressed. Symbols are nice and clear. I like how the symbols are organized on the legend, like 1 through whatever, and then uppercase, and then symbols. It's very nice. Super sticky glue, no issues with that, no slipperiness or anything. Canvas lays super flat right out of the gate. I mean, I have no complaints as far as materials quality. Some of the best I've seen in quite some time. I mean, they're certainly premium. So I'm very, very happy. Very happy with that. Rendering looks good. I think maybe we'll get, if we ever get to comments, but I think Janet did say that the hand renders like a 70-30, like 70% hand rendered, 30% computer charted. So it is kind of that hybrid, but more heavy on the hand render. And I can kind of see that. There's some portions that I've been working up that I'm like, I don't know if I would have kept that or if I would have, in the hand rendering, changed that. I'm not sure. But I think it's all in the name of trying to keep it as close to the original artwork. So I have to keep thinking, like, I have to keep reminding myself, like, when I hear hand render, I immediately think of, like, the super linear, kind of more chunky hand render from, like, a Diamond Art Club, that kind of style. That's where my head goes. But this isn't that. It's just, it's kind of been cleaned up a little bit, but it hasn't been super, like, it hasn't been made kind of too linear. So, like, there's little things that I'm like, when I think hand charted, I think that would have been cleaned up, but then I take a step back and I'm like, it looks great. So, and it looks very close to the original artwork. So I just have to keep that in mind, is like, not all hand rendering is done the same. So, but it looks fantastic. It looks fantastic. I honestly have zero complaints so far. And usually if I have a round drill kits and square drill kits, I usually gravitate towards my round drills. I've been gravitating towards wanting to work on that square from Mystical Dream Diamonds more than anything else right now, just because I love the materials and the colors, and it's just a blast to work on. So I think at this stage I can highly recommend, but I'm going to keep working on it and I'll keep reporting back, but I'm having a blast. So, okay. And then my last whip is my custom from Diamond Art Club. I got one section on that done last night, and it's Diamond Art Club. Fantastic. Drills are great. Everything looks good. I was a little worried about the background being a little bit more blurry than the image that I sent. Even though the background is blurred in the original image I sent, I thought we had lost even more detail in the rendering. But once drills are down, it really is coming together. And in certain cases, the drills are slightly more vibrant and colorful than the printed canvas, which I don't always see from Diamond Art Club. So I was kind of surprised. Like, I finished the section, I'm like, oh, that looks so much more poppy and bright than the printed canvas. So I'm really happy with that too. So I don't know if that's just how the customs are done or what happened there, but I'm happy about it. Certainly a very technical piece. Lots of confetti and color changes because it is majority computer rendered. Lots of confetti and color changes. That one section took me a long time to finish. Way longer than normally does with the DAC kit. But it looks good. And as I was working on it, I was trying to think of if I should add any additional enhancements, and I kept going back and forth of like, yeah, I should, no, I shouldn't, yeah, I should, no, I shouldn't. And I got to this one color that was kind of this beigey tone in the background, and I was like, let me just see. I have something, and I had these kind of beige glitter drills from DP with Sparklers that came with my sets for Waterfall in a Jungle by Eau Claire Studio. I have a bunch of those. I was like, those would actually look really nice in this kind of fall background with this gold kind of glitter effect. It's like, let me snag those. So that's the only enhancement I've done. It might be the only one I do other than enhancing Apollo's eye, the drills in his eye. But it's looking really good. So I'm only one section in, but it's looking really good. I know me, and I know I'm going to want to see that done. So I have to pace myself and maybe only allow myself to do a section of that every few days. Because really my focus is on my other 3 whips, the Dueling Dragons and the Mystical Dream Diamonds. And amongst those, the Mystical Dream Diamonds is probably number 1, because that is a kit that was sent to me to do a review on. So I feel more emboldened, or not obligated. I know Janet doesn't care, but I personally feel as though if a shop's going to do that, then I need to make that kit, or, in this instance, I got sent more than one, but I need to make at least one of those a priority to share my experience with you all, because I know that's an investment that the shop's making and all that stuff. So even though I know if I would have just unboxed it and shared my thoughts on it and put it back and put it in the garage and not come around to it for a long, long time, I don't think Janet would be upset or anything. But that's just not what I want to do. Of course, things change if you're getting kits left, right, and center. It's like I just can't keep up, but I have the bandwidth to do at least this one. Okay, we're up in the light output. This little one connected to my camera is not quite doing it. It does it for the purposes of filming, I guess, but not for the purposes of seeing very far in front of you. But yeah, I need to charge all of these batteries this week because even my camera batteries are low. Let's see where we're at. We're at 37%. I have a backup in my pocket, but it's only partially charged. So I don't know if we'll get to comments today. We'll just keep blabbering until the battery dies, and I don't know if I'll pop in the replacement. Maybe we'll just leave it with the one. So yeah. Once I get Spirit of the Rainbow done, then I can focus in on the custom, at least until it's time to do Lo-Fi Cali Girl. So the custom might take me through the summer to get done. I honestly thought I was just gonna leave it boxed up for the foreseeable future, but I think I even said it in a vlog. I'm like, I know myself, I'm gonna see it and freak out and want to start working on it, and that's exactly what happened. It's like, nope, you're getting kitted up immediately. And I think that's one that I'll probably frame or pay to have framed because it's really cool. Hopefully it turns out well. And so far, so good. I guess we can get to some comments. I just the battery might die, and yeah, I'll just have to keep an eye on it. Okay. All right. Michelle Hunter, in regards to my DAC custom unboxing, says this looks great. Can't wait to see your progress on your custom. Thank you. And Michelle Bryce says, I think it looks great, Anthony, and I'm sure you'll enjoy working on it. My custom was delivered yesterday. It is Esmeralda. It was the original rendering before it was discontinued. She is gorgeous. Oh, I didn't even know you could do that. The one thing that surprised me was the legend was printed on a sheet of paper and not stickers. I guess I can make stickers out of it, but it surprised me. Interesting. That was from Diamond Art Club that they sent it to you like that? That's interesting. You'll have to let me know. Because mine came with the sticker sheet just like any of the other kits. Huh. Ginger says, I love the image you chose. It's pure joy. Can't wait to see the progress and finished product. I have been wondering about the DAC customs. Yeah, I'm very impressed by how the whole process went and how thorough Kate was with everything. I mean, it was just fantastic. So, yeah. Risa says, it's just wonderful. I can't wait to see you bring it to life. Thank you. And Wombat Holocrafts gives some heart emojis to my vlog. And Trin says, the canvas is gorgeous. So you and Apollo, your personalities just shine through. Oh, thank you. Yeah, that's like my favorite picture of us together. Wombat Holocrafts gives some more heart emojis. Thank you. And Appo, come on. Oh, this little boy. This little boy. See, now, right about now, you know, my body's like, you know, the first couple miles, and this is even when I'm not sick, my body like fights the exercise. It's like, no, you don't want to be doing this. You want to turn around. You don't want to do this. Then after a while, my body just kind of resigns itself to the fact that we're going to be doing walks or hikes. So after the first couple miles, I feel like I'm on cruise control and I can just go, go, go. So that's what we did last time we were out here. I added a whole extra piece to the loop that we're doing, but then I got home and I was like, why did I think that was a good idea? So tonight we're gonna just keep it to our tight loop, which is, I think, 3 miles, 3.5, maybe a little bit longer. Because last time I did the full, I think it's 5.7, if you take the long route on every area you can. I was down for the count, so we're keeping it pretty tight. So that way, hopefully, I'm not dead to the world when we get home. Because I feel okay now, and I'm like, oh, we could just keep going. And then I stop and realize, oh no, I'm still sick. That was bad. Mia says, hey, love, I absolutely love this custom, and I can't wait to see you work on it. Say hi to the wife and kids from me. Oh my gosh. Love you. Oh, yeah. I was on Mia's live today, and I was kind of involved. I was in the chat, but then I was laying down. I was playing Magic the Gathering on my phone, just listening. So I couldn't comment on anything because I was playing the game, and then I'd get up and do another chore, get winded, lay back down. And at one point, she was talking about, like, in the 90s, it was in vogue to have, like, the gay best friend. And she's like, if it was the 90s, Anthony would be mine, or I forget what she was saying. She's like, yeah, Anthony would be my 90s gay friend. And so I was like, okay, calm down. So I hopped in there and I was just being sarcastic. I was like, I'm not gay. I have a wife and 3 kids, and we're currently sitting at Olive Garden or something. I don't remember. And then she was like, what are the wife and kids' names? But I had already went back to playing Magic the Gathering. Then she kept saying, Anthony's ignoring me. Anthony's not responding to me. And I'm like playing the card game on my phone. I'm like, let me finish this round. So then I finished it and went back, and I was like, I don't remember what I said. I was like, I don't remember their names. But yeah. So apparently that's going to be a thing now. Avari says, oh my gosh, this is so adorable. Perfect picture for your custom. Thank you. And I'm trying to keep the phone from being in your line of sight because it's so bright. But then I feel like I'm just putting my arm over the camera. Maybe I can do this. And it's also kind of blinding me. Maybe if I turn the brightness down. Turn brightness down. Oh my goodness. There you go. Okay. How are we doing on percent? 27. What was it at before? 34? I might be able to make it all the way back to the car. Apollo, are there foxes out there? Or deer or coyotes? He seems very interested, and he's doing his huff sniff, which means he's tracking something. And Bambi says, I love it. Can't wait to see it done. Jim says, love it. Thank you, guys. Angel, I think, says, thank you for this. I have this on my wish list, and I love the artist. I have a few of her paintings from Art and Soul. Oh, nice. That's in regards to my unboxing of Moonlit Reverie by Mariella Rinaldi. Thank you. Miriam says, oh, what a great pick and a wonderful memory, too. I can't wait. It's going to be awesome. Yes, I'm really excited to start getting that custom put together. Dana Corbin says, congratulations. Thank you. And Rose says, how exciting to have such a special canvas. Yeah, I'm very excited. Asia gives some heart emojis. Thank you. And goes on to say, hey, Anthony, I really like the drone footage. The surroundings are beautiful. I absolutely agree with everything you said. Totally off topic about diamond painting. I don't know why, but the first person who came to mind was Jaclyn Hill. Oh, God. I forgot about Jaclyn Hill. Okay, let's keep reading. Who, in my opinion, is completely out of touch with reality. She doesn't see the problem with her inability to admit her mistakes, which is why all her collaborations and products quickly gained a bad reputation. She left clients without a word of explanation or refunds, or said everything was fine when it wasn't. Her lipsticks, in particular, were viral flops. Oh my gosh. The fibers and the hairs and the and all the pieces of gunk in the lipsticks. I remember that. I remember Lipstick Gate. What was that, like 2019, 2020? I don't know. I was all up in the Jaclyn Hill drama because I was very into, I still am into skincare, but I mean, I was creating content about skincare back when that all went down. Oh, God, that was rough. Yeah, she kind of went off the rails there. I hope she's doing okay, but yeah, I don't keep up with that stuff anymore, but yeah, I remember when Lipstick Gate happened. I used to love watching her create makeup. She was simply a passionate person. Now she's simply obsessed with money, and on top of that, blames everyone but herself that her channel and the content she posts online aren't doing as well as they used to. It's truly sad that she's so ungrateful and unkind to her followers. Have a great day, friend. Thank you so much. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on with her anymore. Honestly, the skincare makeup stuff, it blew up so huge during the pandemic because everyone was stuck at home and self-care was a huge thing, and people had, some money in their pockets because they weren't going out and doing as much, so they were consuming more beauty and skincare. So like, I started into the skincare stuff, I want to say 2017-ish, and got into Korean beauty back when it was still kind of a niche category. And I've been around to see it completely take over, and now it's totally mainstream and becoming much more of a ubiquitous thing. Like, you walk into Sephora and Ulta and you're seeing a lot more Asian skincare brands or Korean skincare brands. So it's been interesting to see it come to such popularity or just kind of commonplace. And then a lot of the content creators that I followed, not Jaclyn Hill in particular, but I just knew of what was going on with her. Just, you just hear about it. But like James Welsh and Robert Welsh were like super big. Just a ton of content creators that used to get 1 million views, 1.4 million views on every single video. Now that people are more knowledgeable about skincare and Korean beauty, and it's just become more commonplace. It's not so niche, and people just, a lot of the ingredients and what this does and doesn't do is just very commonplace now, and it's just kind of common knowledge that I've just seen their channels just kind of nosedive in terms of not necessarily subscribers, but views. So they still have a ton of subscribers, but their views are like 10%, 20% of what they used to be, because I think people just know, I'm not learning anything new. New releases, there's not that mystique, I guess, around skincare and beauty from other regions of the world now. And so we're not learning really anything that we can't just look up on our own. And a lot of these shops that we used to not have access to, or a lot of these brands that we used to not have access to, you can go to Ulta now and get them. You don't have to go on some third-party Korean website and translate the Korean to English and hope that you get your stuff. You just go to your local Sephora, your local Ulta, or even Walmart, Walgreens. My supermarket, our local grocery store, Kroger, has Skin 1004, which was like, I remember when that brand, that Korean line launched, and it was like, oh, you gotta get your hands on Skin 1004 and their toner and stuff. And it's like, where do I even find that? Now I can go get it get it with a gallon of milk. So it's just like, I feel like a lot of those content creators that were just huge back in the day, it's just like, well, now people really, the diehards that are still around are probably there just for the personality or the person itself. But I've just seen so many content creators just kind of become I don't know, they just kind of fallen out of fashion, I guess. There's another guy, his name was like Hiram, I think. I don't know what he's doing anymore, but just a lot of skincare YouTubers just kind of like, there's another guy that I follow. And back in the day, I actually did photography for him. He launched his own skincare brand. His channel's called Mad About Skin. And he's from London, I think. And back in the day when he was just starting out, started following him, and he would do live streams. And so we got to chatting during his live stream, and he was like, I'm launching my own skincare brand called Mad About Skin. And I like your photos of your skincare that you post on Instagram. Would you be willing to do product photos for my website? And I will, I'll pay you in free product. And I was like, sure. So he like sent me one of everything that was being launched. And I took all the photos for his website and stuff. And he had been using them all the way up until, I believe, last year. He redid all the packaging, so he needed all new photos. So I believe it's all new now. But yeah, he started really blowing up. And now I still follow him, and occasionally I'll go watch some of his videos if I'm curious about a product. But I mean, his view counts went from like 30,000, 35,000, 40,000 to now like 1,000, a few hundred. And it's a lot of like clickbait kind of thumbnails, like, don't buy this. Before you buy, watch this. And then you watch it, and it, usually his opinion's very middle of the road. So I'm like, why did you put this thumbnail of watch before you buy? And then he's like, it could work for some people. It's like, okay. So I don't know. That whole realm is just kind of, I think it's taken quite the hit post-COVID, and people getting back into the regular grind of things. And the fact that there's the information that they used to share that used to be like hot off the press is now just kind of ubiquitous. So it's like, well, how much value are you adding these days? Especially if it's purely about just skincare or beauty and paid reviews and sponsored content, but you never get to see any personality. You never really get to see who they are. It's just product. Ugh. I think a lot of people are also kind of burnt out by that style of content where it's just, every video is just paid, a sponsored video. So it's just a long advertisement. And Robert and James used to have, maybe they still have it, they had a channel called the Welsh Twins, and that was their channel where they did fun stuff, like they'd watch viral TikTok shop videos, and then they'd buy the stuff to test it to see if it really is, what they claim it is. They did this one, I love this video, it's one of my favorite videos of all time. They dared each other to do, one did a makeup tutorial. No, I think it was just Robert. Robert had to sit in this haunted house. They got this house, rented it, turned all the lights out except for one light at a vanity. So he's sitting in a dark room with one light on a vanity, and he had to do his Halloween makeup tutorial in the dark while his twin brother, James, was trying to spook him and scare him because it's pitch black all around him. So he's doing his makeup, and then he's just ah! Just screaming bloody murder because James would throw something at him or spook him. And it was hilarious. But I don't know if they still do stuff like that. But anyway, that's a long tangent. I guess this will be the last comment. Yeah. But yeah, when that whole Jaclyn Hill drama started, that was crazy. For those that don't know, she's like a skincare or a beauty influencer who just blew up in popularity, and then she started doing collaborations with different makeup brands, and then she launched her own Jaclyn Hill makeup line with these line of lipsticks, and then people, they were viral. People started pre-ordering them, got them, and as they were using them, they noticed hairs in the lipstick or little fibers and little pieces of, the raw ingredients that hadn't been properly melted or whatever. It was just a whole mess. And so she was just playing the blame game, and it's everybody else's fault but my own and my manufacturer. And so in the years since then, she's just had flop over flop of launching a business or launching a collaboration, and it doesn't go well, or the product's not of high enough quality, and then it's just this repeat cycle of, it's not my fault. And so she's just kind of developed a reputation for, like, if anybody reaches out to her with a check to write so they can put her name on it or get her to promote it, because I think she might still have a fairly decently sized audience, she'll take it. It doesn't matter if it's jewelry, perfume, beauty, adult diapers, like whatever. If anyone's willing to cut her a check so they can slap her name on it, she'll take it. It doesn't matter what the product is, how good of it quality it is, it doesn't matter. So she gets her money, the product ends up being a flop, and then she has to kind of try to do damage control, and then it's just rinse and repeat. But she's still getting the money, so I think she's probably still sitting pretty. But as far as her channel and stuff declining, I could see that being a result of her dealings, but also I think in general, just the beauty and skincare YouTube realm is just kind of on the decline as a whole. I've seen it everywhere. Just a general lack of interest. So, yeah, it's interesting. But anyway, Asia had mentioned that as it related to the vlog I was talking about with certain small shops kind of playing the blame game rather than like taking accountability for their business, going well or going poorly. And of course, markets and consumer trends and stuff are certainly going to play a role in that, but it's how you respond and how dynamic you can be, how flexible you can be, willing to change things up, shrink, grow, flex to match the market so you can stay successful and weather the storms, the feasts and the famines and all that stuff. I think is what makes a good business person. And I feel like there's just certain small shops in and out of diamond painting, in and out of crafting everywhere that don't have those skills or aren't willing to learn those skills, or maybe just aren't in a position. It's always got to be feast, and there's no other way around it, which is not, a great business model. But rather than, come here, taking ownership for that or figuring stuff out, it seems like their first plan of attack is, come here, stay, is to blame others, blame their customer base when things are going wrong, and just kind of lash out. And I was just talking about when I see that happen from shops, it usually means there's other things going on in the background that are also causing that stress or whatever it is. And so it's just kind of it's just a reaction is to lash out, which isn't super mature, especially in a professional business setting. But I don't know, anytime I see that or hear that a shop's done that, I'm like, uh-oh, That's a red flag. That's potentially a sign that this shop's, I don't know. I think they're burning everything down around them as they leave is kind of what it sounds like, but I don't know. I don't know that to be the case. I don't know. I think Leanne left a comment, which we'll get to in an upcoming video where I'll read it fully. But I think Leanne said, I know which shop you're talking about, and it's not the first time that they've done this. And there's even another small shop that she said, well, they'll say, I don't know, I guess they've posted, oh, you guys are out here purchasing kits from the Devil Shop or something like that, which I guess I could only assume they're referencing Diamond Art Club, I would assume, I don't know. And that we should be buying from them instead of the Devil Shop. And it's just like, yeah, all right. I'm all about supporting small shops and all that stuff, but when you start saying stuff like that, it's like, you know what? Maybe this just wasn't the right move for you. Maybe this just, you thought, I'll open a small shop. I can start generating an income off of this community. This will be great. But if you're out here talking about how dare you guys go get your nails done and go have a nice dinner when we're struggling, or you're buying a Devil DAC kit instead of coming over to us, it's like, yep, you're losing it. So anyway, I have plenty of opinions about some of the shops that are in this space, even in skincare, everywhere. We all have our thoughts and opinions, but that's all they are. So anyway, well, I think we're probably almost at a dead battery, and we're coming up to the car, so I'm going to let you go. Thanks for coming along. I'm feeling good. I think that walk helped me out a little bit, but I know as soon as I sit down again, get back in the car, I'm going to be like, ugh, why did we do that? But maybe I just needed to sweat it out a little bit. So, all right, well, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members. Woo, spooky. Sorry, the battery just died. This is so creepy. Hi. The battery just died. And we're literally, it was like in the last 5 seconds of the video. Sorry, there we go. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share this content with friends, family members, anyone that you think might take some value out of it. Happy placing. We'll see you next time. Bye.